Greetings, fellow Spyro fans. This is Konoha here, and it's my first talk video to post on YouTube. Now, I'm here to talk about some of the facts of the Spyro the Dragon franchise and my thoughts of being a Spyro fan in such a massive fan base. We all know that the first 3 Spyro games were developed by Insomniac Games, and the fans praised them as true Spyro games. But what most of us don't know is that Insomniac never owned the rights to the Spyro the Dragon franchise, nor owned the character Spyro. They only developed and made the first 3 games like any other game developer. Universal Interactive was the one who owned the rights to Spyro and everything. They just allowed Insomniac to create the wonderful characters and the worlds within the classic trilogy. Universal Interactive was later called Vivanti Games, and they are currently within the company of Activision Blizzard, which I know fans are sending hate towards. However, most classic Spyro fans fail to know this fact and claim that Insomniac owned Spyro, which is purely false, since Universal Interactive was the one who owned the rights to the series from the very beginning. Now, about Spyro's character design in the Spyro series. We don't really know what dragons look like in reality, so we rely on the imaginations of the character artists who draw dragons to know what they would have looked like in real life. Spyro being a dragon, of course, is no exception. Some fans prefer Spyro to look cute and cuddly all the time, like his PS1 design, even though the series has gone through its 2 reboots. And almost all heck broke loose in the Spyro franchise when the majority of the fan base saw Spyro's character design in Skylanders. I am one of the many Spyro fans who don't mind his character design, and I agree that he's still the same Spyro we all know and love. He's still a dragon, he's still purple, he's still got that spunk. That's good enough for me. Shortly after the reveal of Skylanders Spyro's adventure, I, along with several other Spyro fans, have been flamed, trolled, and ranted on excessively by nostalgia-hoarding classic Spyro fans for liking this upcoming game. For no apparent reason, they trolled me. The fans who actually worship Spyro as if he was a real person and still cling on to the Spyro franchise like a safety blanket and not moving on to other things in life like mature adults. Seriously. Now, don't get me wrong, fellow Spyro fans. Spyro was my childhood as well. I adored him as much as you do, but I don't go as far as thinking that Spyro should be treated like royalty, as if he was a real person, and say nonsense like, "This isn't my Spyro! Activision ruined him!" Those kind of comments nowadays makes me want to sigh and facepalm at the same time at some of the Spyro fan base. Most of them are adults, and they're overreacting over a video game. I know Spyro is just a pixelated character on a television screen, yet some fans actually act like he's a real person, that they're actually sending death threats to Activision and the game developer of Skylanders to get them to cancel the upcoming game, simply because it isn't the type of Spyro game they want so badly, which is pretty darn selfish. I mean, those fans never played the game, most of them are simply judging it only by Spyro's character design, nothing more. What's worse is that they're telling everyone else that the game sucks when it's obvious that they never played it themselves. Why should we take their word for it? They have no proof that the game will suck. It's only their opinion. But they're trying to make it sound like they're facts. I'm glad that Activision and Toys for Bob are ignoring such death threats and emails from those fans, and are not giving them the satisfaction they think will be right for the Spyro franchise. On every Skylander video, there are hate comments, including rowdy negativity from fans who never played the game yet only judged the book by its cover, mostly by Spyro's character design and all. Though from what I'm seeing and what professional gamers are seeing in Skylanders, the game is getting good reception so far, which is way better than what the raging Spyro fans expected. Sorry if I'm ranting there, but that's just what I feel about the majority of the fan base at the moment. Now, despite all the rowdiness and unbalanced society of the Spyro fan base, I still remain a Spyro fan. A Spyro fan who adores Spyro no matter what, even if he has gone through some design changes. If some of you got a problem with that, then you are not respecting my opinion of being a Spyro fan. Thank you for your time to listen to this. If I offended anyone in any way, I apologize, but I just felt I had to let it all out today. See you later.